Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to Finance Current Affairs session. In today's session, we are going to discuss a very important news article of finance, that is the cryptocurrency has been brought under the ambit of the PMLA, that is the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So we will discuss about this act, that who runs this act, under which department this act works, as well as what this act is all about. And we will discuss about that what is going to change for those that are investing in the VDAs, how the cryptocurrency has been brought under this act, and all of this we are going to discuss. And today let's have the clarity about this news article that is quite in discussion in the recent times, and this is very important from your descriptive and objective point of view. Okay, so now let's start with the news article, but before that there is a big announcement from EduTap that we have brought for you the comprehensive guide for RBI, NABARD and SEBI, so that through a single guidebook you can get all your common queries answered. If you want to know about the examination, what is the pattern of the exam, what are the previous year cutoff of the exam, what is the syllabus of the exam, if you even want to know about the preparation, what should be the sources for the preparation, what should be the strategy for the preparation, even if you want to know about the examination, even if you want to know about the organization, all your common queries can be answered through this single guidebook, and there are the definitive answers that are provided in this guidebook. You do not have to go here and there, you do not have to visit different links, different websites. Through this single guidebook you can get all your common queries answered, and this is absolutely free of cost to save your time, to save your efforts, and you can easily download this guidebook. The links are provided in the description box below, so do download this guidebook. Now going forward with our today's topic, that is government ropes in cryptocurrency trade in anti-money laundering law. So what has happened, that the finance ministry has released a notification in which it was said that the cryptocurrencies now have been brought under the ambit of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Okay, so by the name itself you can understand that this act is made for, this act has been enacted for the prevention of money laundering, so that the money laundering can be stopped or it can be reduced. Okay, so money laundering, I hope you all know that what happens, that this is a illegal kind of activity where you are trying to illegally save your money and you are trying to send it to some other country, so that you are saving your taxes, you are not showing your proper income. Okay, you are doing the money laundering, and this usually happens. And now through the cryptocurrency also the money laundering was happening quite a lot. There were many illegal activities that were being done through the cryptocurrency, so that these illegal activities does not happen under the cryptocurrency. Through the cryptocurrency they have been brought under the PMLA, that is the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, so that there is some kind of regulation that can be brought on the cryptocurrency. Okay, so this means that the exchanges that are engaged with the cryptocurrency, the custodians, the wallet providers, the apps that are providing the cryptocurrency that are related to the crypto trade, so they will fall under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Okay, so let's discuss a little about the Prevention of Money Laundering Act of 2002. So this is the Act of 2002. So this is an act that prevent money laundering. Okay, this is an act that prevent money laundering. Money laundering means that the money is being saved in our country, it is being generated in our country, that is not shown in proper books, that is not shown for the tax, and this money is being laundered to some different country. This money is being sent to some different country. Okay, so there is no payment of the tax that is happening on that money. It is like the black money that has been created. This is like the illegal trade that is happening, illegal generation of money that is happening. Okay, and this is the underground economy that we call. So to provide for the confiscation of property that is derived from or involved in money laundering and for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto. So to prevent the money laundering, as well as to confiscate or to stop the property, to seize the property that has been generated through the money laundering. So try to understand an example. So like you have sold a property for 10 crore, but you are showing your government that you have only sold the property for 3 crore. The 7 crore through the money laundering you are sending to some other country, and that is the black money, because you are not showing this 7 crore to your government, you are not giving tax on this 7 crore, you are sending this money to some other country, that is money laundering. And after that, this black money, this is black money, that is you are not showing this to the government and you are saving the taxes on this 7 crore. Now this black money goes to the other country, from there some paper companies are being made, and from there the money is coming back to you in the form of white money. Okay, black money, now it is coming back to you in the form of white money. So this is the whole concept of the money laundering that is happening. So you are cheating the government, you are cheating your own economy in a way. So now the PML Act, that is the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, seeks to combat this money laundering in India and has three main objectives. Okay, so these are the three main objectives of the PML Act. So to prevent and control the money laundering so that the black money does not being create much, the illegal kind of economy or the underground economy does not work much, because that is harmful for the country. The taxes are not being generated through the economic activity that is actually happening. To confiscate and seize the property that is obtained from the laundered money, okay, from the cheated money, from the black money. To deal with any other issue that is connected with money laundering in India, this act has been created. The act also proposes punishment under section 4. So I hope you have understood the PMLA, that is the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. It provides for the prevention of the money laundering as well as for confiscation of the seizing of the property that is generated through the money laundering. So now Directorate of Enforcement, that is under the Department of Revenue, that is under the Ministry of Finance, Government of India. This is the Directorate of Enforcement, or the ED, Enforcement Directorate, that has been given the responsibility to enforce the provisions of the PMLA by conducting investigations. So the Enforcement Directorate is the one that conducts the investigation to trace the assets that is derived from the proceeds of the crime. Now this black money is a crime. To provisionally attach the property and to ensure prosecution of the offenders. So what is happening, that the Enforcement Directorate that has been established in year 1956, now it is responsible for the enforcement of the Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999, as well as working related to the investigation and prosecution of cases under the PML. Okay, so I hope you have understood that the Directorate of Enforcement is a multidisciplinary organization that is enforcing the PMLA. Okay. Now coming back to our news article. So we have understood about the PMLA, and we have understood that the ED is the one that is enforcing this act. The act has been made in papers. So who is going to enforce this? The ED is going to enforce this, right? So according to the government notification that has been released by the Finance Ministry, the exchange between virtual digital assets and fiat currencies, that is, you are giving cryptocurrency, you are getting the money. Okay, fiat currencies are the coins or paper notes or something. So exchange between one or more forms of virtual digital asset and the transfer of digital assets will be covered under money laundering laws. So what is happening, any kind of transaction that you are doing through the help of the VDAs will come under the money laundering laws, because through the cryptocurrency there is much money laundering that is going on, okay, as well as there is much money, black money that is being created, illegal activities are happening through the cryptocurrency. And to prevent that, to regulate the cryptocurrency as well as the virtual digital asset trade and transactions, they have been brought under the Money Laundering Act. So what is the VDA? What is the virtual digital assets? So VDA has been defined to mean any information, any code, any number or token that is generated through the cryptographic, that is through the encryption. So the cryptocurrencies are encrypted, okay, the images, the NFTs, that is the non-fungible tokens, that can be any digital picture, any digital image, any song, any digital song, so they are encrypted, okay, and they can be traded in the virtual space. So they can be transferred, stored or traded electronically. So this becomes VDA, that is, it can be any code, any number, token that is encrypted and it is transferred, stored and traded electronically. So the finance bill has defined the VDA as this, and it is the newly inserted clause, okay. So the two features or characteristics of VDA is that it is providing a digital representative of value with the promise of representation of having inherent value. So if you have one cryptocurrency or if you have one Bitcoin, so that means you have some amount of money with you, some amount of dollars with you, some amount of currency with you, we can say, because one Bitcoin has some value, okay, so it has some inherent values. Similarly, if you have the non-fungible token, if you have some sign of some big authority, if you have the image of digital image, that is the non-fungible token, so that means you have some inherent value through that image. So it also functions as a store of value or a unit of account, including its use in any financial transaction or investment. Through the Bitcoins, you are doing the investment. In Bitcoin, you are doing some investment. In cryptocurrency, you are doing some investment. So this is what the VDA means. Okay, I hope you will remember this definition that has been provided by the finance bill. So this is just for your basic understanding of the VDA. It usually includes the cryptocurrencies and the non-fungible tokens. Okay, so non-fungible tokens we have discussed in the prior sessions transactions also, there are some kind of image that is being traded virtually, or some signs, songs, it can be, that is being virtually traded. Okay, so now coming to the news article back, we have understood about the VDA also. Now any transaction that is happening in VDA will be included in the money laundering law. Also the safekeeping or the administration of the VDA also will be covered under the act. Okay, even if there is the sale of the virtual digital asset, that will also come under the act, that Prevention of Money Laundering Act, that through this sale or through this transaction, through this administration, that there is no kind of money laundering that is happening. So that is why it is coming under the PMLA. Broadly, this means that any financial wrongdoing involving the cryptocurrency assets or involving the virtual digital assets can now be investigated by the Enforcement Directorate and the Income Tax Department. So under the PMLA Act, the ED has got this power that if any wrongdoing is happening, so now under the PMLA Act, the ED will be the one that will be looking after this money, that what kind of wrongdoing is happening. Okay, before, even if the wrongdoing was happening, there was no act that can back the ED to take the steps, okay, or that can punish the people that are involved in the wrongdoing. But now, as per this act, the people that are involved in the wrongdoing will be punished, okay, and will be investigated by the ED. Regulations. So crypto exchanges, intermediaries that are involved in the crypto, that are helping the people trade in the crypto, it can be any wallets or such things, so that are dealing with the virtual digital asset, that is the custodians, wallet providers. Now they will be required to perform the KYC, that is know your customer, of their clients, so that they can store the information of their clients. Okay, users, if in the platform, so any users, any clients of these exchanges, of these intermediaries, now the clients will have to go under the KYC process, so that the government has the data that okay, these much people are the clients and they are trading in the virtual digital asset. Besides, exchanges will have to report suspicious activity to the FIU. So what is this FIU? So that we will understand now. Okay, so we have understood that the ED is responsible for investigating the offenses under the PMLA. Now this FIU is the Financial Intelligence Unit of India under the Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance. This is the central national agency that is responsible for receiving the information, for processing and analyzing the information, and providing the information further to the different departments. So this is the unit that is getting the information, it is analyzing that this information is true or not, okay, and then it is disseminating the information to the ED or to the other departments relating to the suspect financial transactions. So it is receiving that okay, these transactions are suspectable, and then it is analyzing, processing and providing the information, so that the enforcement agencies and the foreign FIUs also get to know that okay, this is happening. Okay, so it is an independent body reporting directly to the Economic Intelligence Council headed by the Finance Minister. Okay, now the investors will be subjected to greater scrutiny by the agencies. The FIU will be providing the information to the different agencies, especially the ED will be getting the information. Those found using VDAs to earn money illegally or in the money laundering aspect would be subjected to the same punishments as other money laundering activities. So the first regulation, I hope you have understood that these exchanges will have to provide, the exchanges, custodians, wallet providers, they have to provide the information regarding the suspicious activity to the FIU of India, and crypto exchanges, they also have to perform the KYC of their clients. Reporting entities, that are these, the crypto agents, the crypto exchanges, the intermediaries, they are the reporting entities under the PMLA for the cryptocurrency. Now include the VDA related entities. So the reporting entities, before they were the banking companies, before they were the financial institutions, before they were the jewelry traders as well as the real estate traders, they were the reporting entities under the PMLA. Now under the PMLA, the reporting entities will also include the VDA related entities, that are these. Okay, they will be required to maintain all customer information through the KYC. Okay, and under the anti-money laundering law, reporting entities are required to maintain KYC details or records of documents, evidences the identity of the client, beneficial owners as well as the account, files and business correspondence relating to its clients. So I hope you have understood the basic idea. All such intermediaries need to maintain a record of all transactions, and such records have to be maintained for a minimum period of 5 years. So all the transactions that are happening through the intermediaries, through the exchanges, for all the transactions, the record has to be maintained for a minimum period of 5 years. So now these were the steps that were taken before. Okay, that is in the last year's budget, the finance minister has taken the step of introducing 30% tax on the income from the virtual digital asset. In July of the previous year, 1% of the TDS on the transactions were introduced regarding the VDAs. That is, TDS is the tax deductible at source. You can read the other steps, other positions also. So now benefits. What benefit is it will bring to bring the cryptocurrency under the ambit of the PMLA. So here you can read the benefits. It will bring the transparency, the identifying of the bad actors, the identifying of the people that are engaged in the black money, that are engaged in the money laundering through the cryptocurrency, misusing the cryptocurrency. So it will be known and it can be prevented now. Okay, and it will become the illegal activities. Indian government is taking measures to regulate the cryptocurrency in a way, because see, cryptocurrency will go in the back end. It will always work in the back end without the information of the government also. Sometimes it keep on running. So now there is the need for making it more regulated, because you cannot directly stop it, because if India stops it, if India bans it, still the other country are using it. Still it is legal in other countries, or it is being used in the other countries. So India has to regulate it somehow if it is not going to ban it. So that's why India is bringing the measures. India is bringing it under the regulated environment. Okay. So also the extension of the PMLA will give the government more power to keep the track of the cryptocurrency transfers that are happening outside of India, so that the money laundering can be stopped or prevented. So additional information, I have told you that under the PMLA there are the banks, financial institutions, that the real estates, the jewelry sector also, casinos also, they are the reporting entities that have to report the transactions under the PMLA, because there also you can understand that in the casinos, in the jewelry sector also, there can be much money laundering that can happen. So every reporting entity is required to maintain a record of all the transactions, including if the cash transaction is happening. So in the real estate, in the jewelry sector, you can understand that there is much cash transaction that happen. So if the cash transaction is of more than 10 lakh, then they have to report it. Okay. So also they are required to maintain a record, not report it, sorry, record it. They have to record it. Okay. They also have to maintain a record of all series of cash transactions that are connected to each other and that are less than 10 lakh, but in 1 month they are cumulatively becoming 10 lakh. So what is happening, that I am a person, I want to do money laundering, so I will not transact 10 lakh through cash at one go. What I will do 1 lakh transaction per day, so that in 10 days I'm doing 10 lakh of the transactions or 10 lakh of the money laundering or something. So you can understand that this 10 lakh of the money laundering is happening, but if this is not being recorded, but because 1 lakh, the 10 lakh is not going at one time, 1 lakh is going at one time. So for this also the law has been made, the reporting direction has been made that you have to record the transaction that are connected to each other. So all series of cash transactions that are integrally connected to each other, that record has to be maintained of the cash transactions that are happening if those transactions are connected and they are within a month, they are reaching above 10 lakh. Okay. So I hope you have understood the basic idea of the cryptocurrency under the PMLA Act, and you have understood the additional information also regarding the PMLA and the virtual digital assets. Okay. So for today, this is all. I hope you have understood the cryptocurrency that has been brought under the ambit of the PMLA, so that the money laundering that can happen through the cryptocurrency can be stopped. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel and join the Telegram channel for the PDF of this session. If you have any query, you can mail us here or you can contact us through this number. Thank you very much, everyone.